Good morning, everybody. Yesterday we had over 125,000 people that came forward to get vaccinated in New South Wales, which is a fantastic number. We now have 6.1 million jabs given in New South Wales, and nearly 1/3 of our population is fully vaccinated. It's hovering at 32-point-something%, which is great at this stage. And if we keep these rates up, we will hit further milestones. Yesterday to the 8 p.m, we had 919 cases of community transmission. And in addition to the very sad passing of the 30-year-old, which was reported yesterday, there was one additional death of a man in his 80s at Hornsby Hospital who did have underlying conditions. The suburbs of concern in Greater Sydney and Western Sydney remain Guildford, Auburn, Merrylands, Greystanes, Granville, Punchbowl, Yagoona, Blacktown and surrounding suburbs. We really urge everybody in those communities to stay home. And if you must leave home, please assume you have the virus or somebody you're coming into contact with has the virus. Western New South Wales remains a concern for our health authorities, and other parts of the regions are demonstrating some stabilisation in the number of cases. Can I also give a call out to the 600 State Emergency Services volunteers who worked on 1,000 sites across, or 1,000 jobs across the state during these very difficult times. A pandemic doesn't stop other things from happening, and I just want to thank those volunteers for the safe way in which they addressed those situations they confronted. Can I again give a call out to all 16 to 39-year-olds in and around those local government areas of concern. So if you know you live in one of those areas where you've got those additional restrictions, if you're between 16 and 39, please go to newsouthwales.gov.au and you can book in a jab and get that jab within days. No waiting. And we really, really want everybody in that age group to come forward and get vaccinated. That will help keep you and your family safe, keep you and your loved ones out of hospital, but also obviously help us reduce the spread. And as Dr. Chant and all of our experts say, please know that once you get the jab, it takes between 2 and 3 weeks for it to have effect. So make sure you continue to do all those things we've asked you to do even when you're vaccinated, because we still don't have the vaccination rates where they need to be to offer enough protection for everybody. So make sure even when you get the jab that you're having a very strict adherence to the rules, but also assume you or somebody else you're in contact with has the virus. Today also we're joined by Dr. Lucy Morgan, who's a lung specialist at Nepean and Concord Hospital, and we're really pleased to have her here. She's an expert in her field, and obviously COVID affects the respiratory system, and she will give us important advice on the symptoms to look out for, when to call for an ambulance, but also the importance of getting vaccinated. Dr. Chant will now give the health update, and then Deputy Premier will talk about regional New South Wales, and then Dr. Morgan will talk about the importance of getting to hospital earlier rather than later, and the importance of vaccination.